This video is sponsored by Music Magpie. For more details, please look in the description. So for today's vlog, I'm going to be looking at loyalty of supporters, loyalty of all sorts of people. I've been speaking to Paul Dickoff. You'll hear from him in just a while. He played, of course, for Leicester and Manchester City with great aplomb and showed a lot of loyalty to the club. I think he knows what it's all about. But also you can hear from some of the supporters. There were a big group of them gathered just before the game here today, and I've been mixing with them and speaking to them too. And as I stand recording this now, of course the game is still to come, and we'll speak to some more fans later on. So let's start by talking to the fans before the game who've all gathered here in Leicester.
So this time last year, I'm in Thailand, staying on a remote island called Koh Lanta. It's nearly my birthday, and City have got Leicester away. And the time difference means we're a good 7, 8, 9 hours behind, whatever it is. And I said to my missus, we get to this remote hotel, beautiful luxury, miles of clear white sand beaches. And I said to my missus, City are playing Leicester away tonight. I want to go watch it. She's like, no one's going to be showing it. So what do? Get on Facebook, find this Irish bar on the other side of Koh Lanta Island who's playing it. So I message him, are you showing the game tonight? He says, yeah, kick off 2 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, right, okay. So I said to her, I really want to watch it. Obviously, it'd be my birthday. She goes, all right, sweet, I'll take you. So we get in the taxi from the hotel, and he drives us through dark roads, right, basically jungle. Drives us for about an hour and a half to the other side of Koh Lanta. I get there, it's midnight, have a few beers, watch the game. City get absolutely ploughed by Leicester, right? We get hammered, what was it, 4-2 did it end up? Kolarov scored a free kick then in the last minute. So I'm sat there, face like a smacked backside. And she says, do you want to get off now? So I was thinking, how the hell do we get home? No taxis. I mean, the potholes are wider than me. They're huge, and there's no street lights. So we had to pay 70 quid to get one of the barmaids, to get a husband, to come pick us up in a tuk-tuk to drive us an hour and a half back to our hotel.
If you had known the outcome of that game, would you have done it? Would you do it again?
Yeah, too right, yeah. That's what loyalty's all about, isn't it?
You know when that bird phoned me up who we used to be with, and I was in Hamburg, and she said, can you pick the kids up from school? That's loyalty. I was in Hamburg, I couldn't pick the kids up from school, so that's loyalty. It's a waste of time people saying, oh, there's plastic seats, there's empty seats, this, that and the other. A lot of the times, we're all still there. Most clubs are here and there with the fans and all that lot. When they go down, none of them follow. We was all there in the old days, weren't we? 33,000 there at the home games.
Wickham.
Sean Goldwood will tell you there. We was always there. Wickham, Lincoln, at the away games.
Better.
We couldn't even get a train home, could we, on that Lincoln game, could we? We had to leave 5 minutes before the end just to get the train home. That's loyalty.
And you know how Benny felt the other night against Woking? That's how we felt when you beat us all them years ago. Hey, that's how it feels for loyalty, and we're here now, reaping the rewards.
Like, loyalty is something that City fans get questioned over quite a lot these days, you know, and we shouldn't even have to justify it. You know what I mean?
It's the way when you were shit.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we get it a lot. Yeah, we get it a lot now, and but we've always been loyal. You know, all City fans have, like, you know, we do get questioned over it. It's ridiculous, really, but we do.
It's changed massively over the years, and I think for now, for a player, we used to want a player who is like us, who's grown up like us, who's grown up in the same area. So now, I just want, when a player signs for us, you just want them to fulfil that contract. You know, they sign for a 4-year contract or something, and you want them to come and do their best during that contract. For me, that's loyalty. I think from the club, loyalty to the fans, I think City are absolutely pioneers in the things they're doing with, like, loyalty to the fans. They're constantly asking us what we want. They're constantly asking us how we feel, whether everything's how we want it to be. Like, some things aren't right, but we tell them, and when we tell them, they do change it. So for me, loyalty changes over time. It has changed with football over time, and I think for me, from players, loyalty, I just want them to do what our contract asks them to do and play for us and do everything they can. And then from the club, I just want them to ask us what we want, because loyalty from the fans hasn't changed. That's the one thing that's not changed.
Like, your fans' loyalty can't be questioned, but as the players, like everyone said here, like Zabaleta, he always, when he signed for us, you know, he wasn't really a big City fan, but since he's been here and he's left us, he's become a big blue. You know, same could be said with Vinny as well. These are these are players that haven't really been City fans, but have left the club as City fans, or some are still at the club as City fans. Joe Hart said the same. You know, he said the club will always be close to his heart, and this is why we like these players. This is why we've always loved players like Richard Dunn and all these lot that have worn the shirt, Dickoff worn the shirt and gave all to the club, and this is why they'll be more remembered than the Yayas, the Carlos Tevezes.
I was 5 when I first went to Manchester City, and it was 1957. I'm 65 now. I was born in Moss Side, Cecil Street, and I finally moved here to Leicester after so many years in 1973.
Does this game, winning this game then as a Blue, mean more to you than even the derby?
Yes, without a doubt. Don't forget, I had a lot of stick 2 years ago when they won the league, and deservedly so, I must add. I'm glad they did, but of course it's not my team. City's always been my team, and this means more to me than Man United.
Loyalty, age of 14, getting on the bus from Urmston at 262, getting off, going into Watch City, sat in the flat lane end, we've got Helen the bell ringing away, giving the header to Joe Corrigan, sat there, playing Liverpool, losing 4-0 at half time, get my little bag out with me sandwiches and my flask of mum spot up, and there it is, the guy next to me goes, tears in my eyes, he goes, "Don't worry son, you'll always be a City fan," and that's what it's all about.
The pessimist is saying 2-2, but let's hope the optimist is right at 4-0, because without Osmende, Dalf could be quite a shaky backline.
Potential banana skin certainly after last season, but the way we're playing at the moment, it's difficult to see anybody beating us. It'll happen one day, hopefully not today.
We're gonna win.
Loads of fun. Very helpful. 3-1.
3-1.
So just before kick-off, let's find out what Paul Dickoff has to say.
Going into every game now is going to be a banana skin because we're going to be big favourites, but I just and I don't want to get carried away, but it's hard not to. I just can't see us getting beat at the minute, and however, especially the last few games when people said we're saying that we've not really been tested yet. You know, the 2 Napoli games were a prime example that we are the real deal this season. The Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge, you know, we went to Chelsea without Vincent Kompany, without Benjamin Mendy and Sergio Aguero, and to put in that performance that they put in, and then in the Napoli game, you know, when the game got back to 2-2 away in a hostile stadium, everybody knows what Naples is like. I think last season we would have crumbled under that pressure, but they just keep going and going and going, and regardless of how managers and teams set up against them, we find a way how to beat them.
Half-time, the City lead 1-0, great move, Jesus scoring the goal, Kompany making that challenge. Was it a red card? There was somebody level with him, so I think it was a yellow, but he had to make it. It was a challenge for the team. Right, let's get the half-time verdict now from another former City player, a former Leicester player as well, Jerry Taggart.
Well, obviously Manchester City, we knew what was sort of coming when they rolled into town today, wanting to take control of the ball game with a possession. But I've got to say, I think the referee's made a major blooper, and he should have sent Vincent Kompany off and given me a yellow card instead of a red. Jimmy Vardy, for me, was a clear goal-scoring opportunity that he was denied. So the referee's got that wrong, but eventually the class of Man City, you know, was told in the end with some great football, you got to say, one-touch football, and it really compact area of the pitch, and you know, Gabriel Jesus there to finish it off. But you know, it's been a good game. Leicester have been in it. It's not been a one-sided affair by any means, but they have to pick themselves up, and let's hope we get a good second half.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's just getting better, isn't it? Just getting better. We get people get injured, and they go out and they just bring somebody in, and it's nothing different, is it? You know, it just carries on, it flows. It's brilliant.
It gets better every week.
Cheeseman, Cheeseman gets the song. Cheeseman gets the song. Cheeseman,
Oh,
Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne.
Excellent result, wonderful result. Bogey team to play, excellent result. Just wait for the extra team when we play at Old Trafford, that'll be great. See you next week, Huddersfield.
I think it was a brilliant game. We played well. We kept control of the game. Absolutely brilliant.
You think Vinny's challenge made the ultimate difference because could he have been sent off?
No, definitely not. It was a great tackle. Being a City fan, blue nose, but no, we're the top team. And come on, City, we're going to win everything.
What did I think of that, Ian? Absolutely.
Fan-dabby-dozy.
It's spellbinding. We're just saying there, everything they're latching onto, the least little deflections, they're on it, they're pouncing on it, everybody's hungry for
We
the ball.
don't like other people having our ball. That's what it is.
And I said 2-0 today, and I'm right. 2-0 we won. Great.
What about the Vincent Company challenge?
Ridiculous.
At the beginning, when
Leicester
he got
away with something near the end. Leicester got away with something near the end. And it was the same kind of thing. And we, they didn't got booked for something.
Technical foul, took it for the team. Took it for the team.
It's different from the way I see it
Doesn't
from
matter
Africa.
whether it's the first minute or the 90th, does it?
Fantastic football. When I'm in Africa, I watch the telly, it's different.
Armani, you've been coming for a few years. Is this the best you've seen?
Yes, this is the best I've seen from City. And it's the best I've seen. When I'm watching on telly in Africa, it's completely different. Now I'm seeing City play fantastic football.
Fantastic. Makes my night, especially going back in the pub we were earlier tonight for a Beaujolais night. So, really pleased.
That was a pretty good second goal by Kevin De Bruyne, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. But we're used to that, aren't we, with him? Unbelievable.
How far can this team go?
Well, it's at the top. It can go higher in the Champions League, but I think don't want to get complacent, but the Premier League's really ours for the taking.
But I just would like to finally say thank you to you, Ian, for coming and doing this for me today. Thank you for Kevin Parker for coming and issuing me with my life membership badge. And most of all, thank you to the 700 Man City fans that came in my village today, enjoyed themselves and sang their heart out. Thanks.
We were absolutely brilliant today, and I thought our defence was amazing. Just loved it. Having company back was brilliant, and De Bruyne's goal was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Well, obviously there'll be a bit of debate about the sending off, or wasn't it, against Vincent Company. What I would say is that he did what he needed to do. That De Bruyne goal was something special, and once City were 2-0 up and controlling the game, they played the usual delicious football that they played. All I can say is bring on the next game and safe journey on, lads.